Good evening. My name is Cynthia Hillson. I am the owner of Precious Oils, and I am so excited to begin to share with you this new video teaching series called Plants of the Bible. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about the ancient plants of the Bible? With over 200 plants mentioned, they must be near to God's heart. Have you ever wondered if the plants mentioned have healing properties that are worth exploring today? I have. It's been part of my life's mission since 1991 when I began Precious Oils. You see, over the last 28 years, I've been studying about ancient plants. I've authored several books on this subject, and so this is kind of how we are here today, taking advantage of today's technology and also helping me be able to talk to more of you instead of one-on-one with emails or in person at conferences. Before we get started, if you've never viewed my teaching on hyssop, I've attached the link below. You can find it on slideshare.net, hyssop, Cynthia Hillson. We have over 11,000 views of it. So, what are you going to learn during this teaching series of Plants of the Bible? Well, I love scriptural and Jewish references to the over 200 plants that are named in the Bible, or of the 2,500 plus that are being grown in Israel today, both wildly and cultivated, I might have to add. Anyway, I want to share with you insights from scholars and commentators about the ancient plants. Also, what about the traditions other countries have used with the native plants in what we would call home remedies? They've been working thousands of years, like let's say in India and China, etc. So why not us try to adapt some of those in our own lives? You're going to learn about the holy incense and the holy anointing oil ingredients. This print behind me, well, my husband David and I bought that over 25 years ago, so it's been a daily inspiration about the tabernacle in the wilderness. I love the book of Song of Songs. I'm not sure if you realize, but over 40 verses in that Bible book have a plant or plants named in it. We could take one whole year just talking about the Song of Songs. Modern day, I kind of get caught up sometimes and spend way too much time on the government site called PubMed. And that is where scientists and researchers and doctors from around the world post their studies about plants. Now, a lot of the studies are done in vitro or on rodents, and there's not as many human studies, but it's still a wealth of information. It often goes into chemistry and so much more, but I glean these so I can learn more about the plants. And it's very easy. You just put a search in for what you're looking for, and sometimes thousands of articles pop up. Beyond PubMed, there are other researchers out there with the plants, and I think that I could spend another 2 days just talking about those places. Science Direct is one of them that's very, very good. That's the one that just pops in my head right now. And actually, even the magazine National Geographic every once in a while has a real zinger of a topic on an ancient plant. During the Plants of the Bible series, you're going to learn how to make some natural remedies that are really good for this cold and flu season, like teas and syrups. I'm going to share with you how to make compresses. You see, that became one of my most favorite things to do simply and effectively. You see, in 1997, my son John was 11 years old. He was hit by a car. He spent 3 days in ICU and was released back home for the care of me, and that little boy had bruises. He had bruises from all the way through here, all the way down his torso and around to his buttocks, and actually those bruises covered about 40% of his body. So when I went to the limited resources I had at that time, and we really didn't have much internet at that time also, I learned about compresses. So I blended together rosemary and lavender and a really warm compress and applied those to his bruises 2 to 3 times a day. I saw amazing results. When you have that many bruises or that large of bruises on your body, it hurts. They're also very painful. They're very, very deep red because the bruising went very, very deep. But I saw a miracle happen because those bruises went from that deep red purple to a pink and a skin that was receiving life and cell generation and blood flow. And we never experienced those really ugly in-between times of a bruise where things are kind of like green and yellow. So I really believe that the compresses that I applied to his body really helped. Now, I still use compresses today for muscle aches as well as migraines. I'm known as the spice lady, the tea lady, the oil lady, the apothecary lady, and so the kitchen. I love to experiment in the kitchen all the time. And I love, since 1989 when I began doing, making potpourris and infused oils and those type of herbal crafts and taking them to the farmer's market, that I really loved to infuse oils. So I use infused oils not only in the kitchen. A splash of tarragon oil or vinegar on top of green beans is just delicious, but you can use those for body care, and you can use them to make a base to make your own salves and balms. And that's some of my favorite to do, using calendula, myrrh, frankincense, rosemary, lots of different herbs, and there's a way to do it, so I want to share that with you. I'm going to give you information then for making those salves and balms, what are good ones to use for boo-boos. Calendula oil is amazing to have. Also, I'm going to give you some tips on spices and spice blends to make your everyday mealtime a little bit more full of spice. Anyway, my main goal is for you to have as much fun learning from me as I am going to teach you. This is what winds my clock. Now, I am going to, my plan is to put 12 lessons on the YouTube. We'll see what kind of response we have, questions. Do I need to continue this outlet with modern day technology? The time, oh my goodness, the time that it's taking for me to learn this technology and how everything integrates together, from a phone, through a microphone, through the computer, through to a PowerPoint, is eating my days up. But I'm learning a lot. It's still just a one-man show, girls and boys. Anyway, I have some ideas, and I don't know if you know that I spend a lot of time in Israel every year. I volunteer at a very special place that's actually located on the ancient incense trail, and it's called Biblical Tamar Park. And I hope in the spring that I will be able to do more taping there and give you some interviews with some of my really great friends who their whole lives are centered around plants. Anyway, I just want to tell you one more thing. A few months ago, I woke up pretty early, and all I could hear in my spirit was plantsofthebible.com. And I thought, someone's already bought that name. But lo and behold, nobody had bought plantsofthebible.com. At that time, I didn't really know what I was going to do with that name. And in addition, I have also purchased theplants-of-the-bible.com. But I'm choosing at this time not to do absolutely anything with that website. So you will find links for the uploadings of these videos through plantsofthebible.com, as well as my Facebook pages, which I have a number of those, and I will post there. I am welcome for you to send me any questions that you may have. I have links below here how to contact me. I do like messages. I don't do phone calls. Sorry. But emails do work, as well as just going to plantsofthebible.com to the Contact Us page. Anyway, thanks for taking time today. I wanted to just give you a little brief insight of what you'll be learning in these lessons. Again, I plan to do 12 of them for free on YouTube, and then from there I'll tell you right now, I am considering doing a membership site. It won't be expensive, but it will be interactive, and it will be fun, and it will be something that you can learn more on a one-to-one, actually in a more intimate way with me, as we do a membership site and like bi-monthly calls and conferences or Zooms or whatever that might be. Still learn this technology. Again, my name is Cynthia Hillson. I am the owner of Precious Oils. Also, I have a new tea line called A Royal Cup, which is all based on herbal remedies. Also, I'm the author of Esther's Days of Purification, Precious Oils, a study of the fragrances of the Bible, as well as many, many, many other titles. I also cook for groups in the desert of Israel at at Biblical Tamar Park. That link is below, blossomingrose.org, where you can read about this amazing place on the ancient trail that has 7 periods of history, of Jewish history, that dates back all the way to the time of Abraham. Shalom, Yom Tov, and have a good night. Bless you.